This is crazy. Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. I'm Fox, bartender abroad, here in my Airbnb, just looking at the sky like it's beautiful here and it's amazing out in Porto. I figured if I'm going to be in Portugal, I need to have some port wine because this, Porto, is the mecca of port wine. Back in undergrad, I had some friends. Their whole thing was drinking T-Pain. No. Not the artist. I'm talking about Taylor port wine, which is a port wine. But they'd buy that jug, like a big one, and then they would knock it out that night maybe. Good times. But I figured if I'm going to be here, let me try some port wine, see what it's all about. Am I the biggest fan? No. But I'm always curious about these legacy beverages. In the Caribbean, we got rum punch. And then here, they've got port wine. So let's see what it's all about. I got some tours lined up. You want to come with? Yeah? So let's do it. Come on. I'm about to go grab my coat. Welcome to Porto, Portugal, a city steeped in history and renowned for its contribution to the world of wine. Nestled along the banks of the Douro River, Porto has a story that dates back centuries. It was founded in the 4th century by the Romans. Porto has evolved into a vibrant cultural hub, blending ancient charm with modern innovation. Its picturesque streets are adorned with colorful buildings and intricate azulejo tiles, which bear witness to its rich past. But perhaps what truly sets Porto apart is its connection to port wine. The city stands at the heart of the Douro Valley, where the grapes are grown and harvested to produce this world-famous fortified wine. Since the 17th century, Porto has been a key player in the production and trade of this wine. Okay, got lost. Now, Porto is a collage of altitudes. So my GPS sending me every which way. But finally made it to Burmeister. Let's see how this stuff tastes. Come on. Is that not allowed? Hey, all right, so we've checked out one port wine house. It's time for us to check out another. They say that this is the oldest port wine house and it's called Coke. Maybe I'm saying it right, maybe I'm saying it wrong, but I know that we are about to get our sip on. So time to get our learn on. In the meantime, I'm about to head over here now. You ever wondered how that delicious port wine ends up in your glass? Let's take a sip into the process. It all starts in the vineyard, where grapes are carefully selected and harvested by hand. Each grape variety adds its own unique flavor to the final blend. Yeast is added so that it transforms the grape's sugars into alcohol during the fermentation process. Afterwards, the next step is fortification. Brandy is added to halt fermentation, enhancing sweetness as well as alcohol content. From there, they put all these liquids into oak barrels so that they can age. The barrels impart complex flavors as well as dope aromas. And finally, it gets bottled and labeled. Here at Porto Cathedral, going through my wine tasting. I got the premium package, so they've given me a white, which I clapped, and then I also have a ruby and a tawny. The white, it kind of does this magic act of automatically disappears its flavor profile. It doesn't drag on the tongue or linger or anything like that, but it's an amazing, almost fruitier, lighter kind of taste. Maybe akin to like a shit rosé, I don't know. Now I'm having the ruby. When you start off drinking these, you do this to agitate it, get the smells to really come up, and then you give it a sniff. I like this because I'm a fan of Malbec. It's a red wine, and this has like a body like that. Most port wines, or all port wines, are going to be on the sweeter side, but this here for me has a bitterness or a bite right from the barrel that it's aged in that really helps me to like sip it the way I would a red wine. It is sweet, but in a more subdued way versus the white. Now, let's see about this tawny. If you notice, this here, you can see a little bit more through. It's a little bit more translucent versus the ruby, but let's give this a go. It's almost like a combination of the ruby and the white in that it's got a rounded like flavor in the mouth, and on top of it, it's sweet. It lingers a little bit, but not as long, and it still has a bit of that bitterness. This reminds me of flat Lambrusco. Like, that's the best way for me to describe that to you. You know, if anything, my money is on the ruby, just where I need it. Not too sweet, just enough like bite to it, enough bitterness to keep me in the game. And yeah, I cannot wait for the next tour because I'm probably gonna be a little nice after this. On a double fist. That wasn't good. I'm on vacation though. Hey, yeah, so I am at least 6 glasses of Porto wine in while I'm in Porto. The point I'm here to make, port wine. Went ahead, I did Burmeister, I did the Calum tour, and I've decided on one thing. As far as port wine goes, my choice would definitely be Ruby. Similar to Malbec, isn't super sweet, and is extremely good. And yeah, what better way to round off a tour of port wine in Porto than literally by a port? It just makes sense. I am having an amazing time because it's such a historical place, and when you learn about the Douro Valley and what goes into growing those grapes, they have the perfect space to do that. They have special soil that is particular to that region, and the way the mountains protect it from the humidity as well as the cold, so that this way they can grow in optimal, like the optimal range, and then provide us some pretty damn good drinking wines. Yeah, you want to get into the water? You want to take a dip? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's go. Oh, there's a little lip here.